2 years since we posted it. 2 years since we posted our first clip on YouTube, and this juniper was the tree that featured in that movie. Since that time it's had a chance to recover from the work. It's growing very nicely, it's filled out considerably from the where we left off, and so now what I want to do is begin to walk you through the next stages of development for this tree. When working bonsai, it's very important to break the work down into stages. So in the original movie you saw large chunks of this tree being removed, and the foliage was a long way from the trunk, and we managed to push that all back, and some of the branches at that point were very weak because they'd been shaded out by branches that were above, and because the tree had been basically neglected. Now through careful feeding and careful work on the roots, and with very good quality soil in this pot, the tree has now recovered considerably, and all over this tree is nice long growths like this, which means that the tree is recovered. There's lots of roots in this pot, it drinks water very well, and so now we're quite happy to begin to start work again. It's important to always allow this resting period between stages of development with bonsai. During the course of the original work on this tree, we had to completely wire the whole plant, and here you can see most of this wire is still in place. Over the intervening seasons we've been very careful to watch this wire and look for signs of pinching. If it's begun to pinch due to the branch fattening, we've been removing it piecemeal, but you can still see here that most of the original wire is still in place, and here also you can see the raffia and bark protection tape that we've put along these branches to support them when they were bent originally. Now most of this can still stay in place, but what we're going to do is remove this very thick wire, remove this raffia and so on and so forth, because that really has done its job now. When removing wire from bonsai, it's very important to use the correct tools, and this stubby nose wire cutter is designed for the purpose. The reason for the importance of this is so that as we cut the wire, it doesn't twist. A poorly designed tool will twist the wire, and that will very quickly damage the bark. Also, the stubby nose wire cutter gives to scar, but there's no reason to remove all of the wire in one go. So here I'm just removing the thicker wire. The wire on the thinner branches will probably stay for another year, and as you can see, this branch has stayed exactly in the position that it was placed. Having removed the large wire from this branch, we now have to remove the protective tape that we've put over the bark, and also the raffia underneath. And to do that, all we do is take a pair of scissors and run the back of the blade along the branch, and the next stage of refining this is to go over and take all these little pieces of foliage like this that are hanging below the pads. Since the tree was first styled, lots of this has grown and developed, and the weight of the foliage on the ends is now beginning to pull it down. So what I'm going to do is just take a few pieces of wire and then tidy some of this up. That will improve the underside profiles of all the pads. I've now finished wiring all these small shoots into place, and this is important work because if the little shoots hang downwards away from the light, they'll progressively become weaker and weaker. Wiring them and turning them upwards helps them to gain vigour. So now what I have to do is reduce the height of these foliage pads, where you can see these long shoots that have grown out, and this has happened all over the tree, so we have to go in and prune these. What this will do is enable us to open spaces, and that will allow the light to get into the tree, and also obviously thinning the foliage will have the same effect, and that will begin to encourage back budding in amongst these small twigs, and that's important for the future of the tree, because as they develop we remove the shoots on the end in favour of those to come forward, so we have this continual progression of new shoots coming out from the inner part of the tree. So removing these long shoots is simply a matter of just taking the shoot, going in and pruning that back to where we've got a little fork.